Welcome to AC Starlord and welcome back to my channel. And this is a movie called Regretting You. And this has um, a night for no regrets event, movie event, October 23rd, which was yesterday. I went to go see it with a really good friend of mine, and we both saw it. And it has James Franco in it, a very good actor. I love his brother James, but James is no longer around. You have this girl right here from Megan and Megan 2.0, which I love this actress. She's amazing. You have McKenna Grace, and you have the guy that was in the Black Phone 2, which I highly recommend going seeing, and also go see. Well, it's already out on Blu-ray and digital and 4K. How to Train Your Dragon. This movie is a really good movie. I saw it, like I said, saw it last night. It's actually out today. Don't regret seeing this movie because Regretting You is just amazing movie. I know it's a non-scary in our Halloween movie marathon, but I had to take a break from a little bit of some of the horror movies I've been watching, and I'm going to go back to watching Hell of a Summer and then give you guys a review on that, and then maybe another slasher. But this movie wouldn't go skip on. If you're dating someone, or if you're just a hopeless romantic, or you like romantic dramas and a little bit of comedy, I would recommend seeing this. But mainly, go if you're already married, or dating, or in the spec of being engaged or whatever. I would highly recommend seeing this because you do see a marriage. You see two marriages in here. One seems like it was all put together and the other one wasn't, but also these people were, let's just say, get out of the box. They were having you see from the trailers, they are having an affair that's already spoken out in the trailers, right? But you have James Franco that is friends with this girl from Megan, and they're best friends, and they seem to have a liking to each other, but her sister is married to James Franco, and she's married to Scott Eastwood, and everything they had a they're it shows them 17 years later getting beer and some of them in high school. She was pregnant with Claire. They call her Claire Bear, which is Claire's right there, and you know they talked about being pregnant, and also, and then it goes into 17 there, and then it goes into when they're in high school to 17 years later, and that's when my friend showed up and started watching from there. But I caught this person up. I caught her up, or on what was going on. So basically, that's pretty much the premise from the beginning. But before this, they had a Q&A and a performance of two songs in this movie, and they're great. Um, and the Q&A was fun. You sat there and watched the James Franco, this guy right here, this girl right here, and the director talk about this movie. It was a fun experience because they had a live Q&A somewhere in LA or somewhere else on the screen at our AMC for, the show. And then they had two songs, and then we went to the movie. So going back into the movie, you had that, and you know, James Franco has a baby with her sister, and then she was like, "Why did you disappear?" And I was, it was kind of hard because, my sister was pregnant. I was trying to call you. They had that kind of thing going on, but also McKenna Grace Claire fell in love with this boy. Well, was going to her mom's birthday, helping this boy out, take a city limit sign and moving it somewhere else. And he met her. She met his grandpappy and had a little time to the had a little spend a little time with the most popular guy in school. Told her aunt that, and then um her mom listened in on that, and then they found out his dad was the local drug dealer when they were younger, and they told her not to date him. And that's that. But the main real in the story is that their spouses were having an affair, and then of course, since it was Claire's dad and aunt, they both died in the same car, and then Claire goes because the dad and the aunt were the two closest people she had in her life. I'm not saying that she wasn't close to the mom, but the two close people in her life, and she went to a spiral and then started dating this guy right here, and she found love, and and then James Franco and her mom found love, but they kept the secret of the affair from her for a while, and then eventually they told her, and then they said, no regrets. You need to find someone you love, and I need to be with the person I love. And that's pretty much what this movie is, back and forth. I'm not going to give it too much spoilers out because, I want you guys to experience this. But all these actors were great, especially um, Finney and Hiccup, and McKenna Grace was just fantastic in this role. This girl, I've seen her in only Megan and a couple other films, and then Megan 2.0 before this. She's fantastic in this. I love seeing her in a movie. She needs to be in more movies. Dave Franco has been in a lot of different things. 21, 22 Jump Street, Catch Me If You Can, a lot of different stuff. He was in a horror movie called Together, which I skipped down on because it was kind of weird. But with his actual wife. But this movie is a fantastic movie to go see with your closest best friend. It doesn't matter if it's a girl, guy, your girl best friend, your bestie. That's a girl. Um, your husband, your boyfriend, a group of people. It's just an awesome drama, love story. A little bit of funny comedic moments in here, some jokes and stuff like that. A young teenage girl falling in love, also trying to navigate that people gone in her family and have a loss, and also the two grown-ups in her life that are left or are struggling with that as well, their loss and their pain and their suffering, and amongst that all of them found each other, and it's an interesting story, and there's no regrets in this. And the thing that made it more magical was actually spending it with a really good friend, another one of my best friends. That's the highlight of the night because it's it's not always I don't always get to experience like a movie like this with someone like that. I would normally see this movie by myself because I love these romantic movies, or maybe with another friend that's willing to see this. But it's perfect to see it with that person because there's no other way to say this, but a chick flick is better to see it with a chick friend than, and it's better off seeing it with a friend that's a girl, and you have a much more fun, more time. You have a fun, more time with this person, and you have more fun and more better time with them, and sit there and cry with them and all stuff. Like I cried in the middle of this movie a couple times because I had people lost in my family. And I feel McKenna Grace's characters, Claire Bear's um sadness because I had an uncle that died, had a half brother that died, and she had a dad and an uncle died, and it's very saddening once that happens. And then she's navigating how to grieve and stuff, and this boy comes in her life, and the boy also seeing the only thing that was for her, only thing that she could hold on to being, keeping her in check because the guy always checked up on her. It was a rough ride, you know? And for her mom, losing her husband, finding out there's an affair, and then, like, the only support she has was, well, McKenna Grace's uncle, which now is, I guess, still her uncle, but towards the end could be her stepdad. I don't know how that would work, but anyways, it's great to see this movie with someone that's, been your friend for a very long time and knows you very well, and it's just that, you know. Like Tron Air, I mean, like when I resaw Tron Ares, I saw it with another friend of mine, and that was also a cool experience. There's things that this movie brings out into you, and yes, it's not the, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best. I mean, it's a good romantic comedy, good romantic dramedy comedy movie. I wouldn't say it's the best romantic movie that I've seen, but it's one of the better ones I've seen so far. The last one I saw was Anyone But You, but Anyone But You was not like tragedy based. It was more, I'm trying to get over this. I'm trying to get over this. They're both trying to get over their exes. Their exes ended up being at the wedding. They had to act like a fake couple. This was already established to have couples, and then and then their daughter got into being a couple, and their people are gone, and they're struggling with that, and they also have a baby, in the mix, their baby in the mix that was kind of not really his son anymore, not really his son because it's, he found out it was her husband's baby, and that's her half brother, and it's kind of, a different outtake on the stuff, but like it's one of the best ones I've seen. I highly recommend you seeing it this weekend. I mean, if you're not into horror movies or seeing Shelby Oaks, because I'm about to see Shelby Oaks maybe tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow, go see Chris Stuckman's movie, Shelby Oaks. So I highly recommend seeing this movie if love these types of movies. Now, I'm not saying make it number one movie in America, but make it a number one movie for romantic comedies. I mean, we're not romantic comedies, but romantic dramas with a little bit of comedy in it. Because the girl from that 90s show was in here as played as Claire Bear's best friend. She was kind of like the comedy relief. And some of the stuff that teenagers said in here, well, jokes are funny. There's no 7-6 or whatever you call it, or seven, or was it called 6-7 or cooked or whatever. There's none of that lingo in there. It's regular proper English that us people normally properly say to each other. So there's no 6-9. I mean, no 6-7 or whatever you want to call it. You might as well call it 6-9 because 6-7 doesn't make any sense. But like, there's no let's cook, bro, like, or let's crashed out, bro. There's none of that. It's just normal, regular. Hey, hello, hi, how you doing? Um, Regular English. So this has just been a rant, but this movie was great so far. And this movie was great, not so far, but this movie was great. It was good to have the night of No Regrets movie event. It was fun. It was awesome. You got stickers. You got a poster. You got a little mini necklace to put around your neck. Of course, I mean, they gave me one, but I don't have a girl's neck, so I can't go around my neck, but I put it on my backpack. It says no regrets on it. The stickers have stuff in the movie like watermelon Jolly Ranchers in it. She likes watermelon Jolly Ranchers. Pizza with pineapple on it. A street sign, sticker, popcorn. Because also this movie takes place in how to train. Not, I mean, it takes place in an AMC movie theater. They actually filmed in an AMC movie theater, which is awesome because I saw it in an AMC movie theater, but they filmed in a AMC movie theater. Um, and then a whole bunch of different stickers that have the theme of this movie. And then the poster had different other themes as well on the poster. And it's just a fun movie. And it was a fun event. I got to see Q&A, music, two performances of from a artist named Hannah. Um, I don't know the last person. I don't know her last name, but her first name was Hannah. And then they started the movie right after that. No trailers, no nothing. Now, if you see it today, there's trailers and stuff, of course, but that's a normal thing. And seeing it with one of my other closest best friends, she she enjoyed it, but we made some comments like we should have went to church because there's some scenes in here that were like teenage, kissing, lovemaking, and then adult lovemaking, and then different things like a teenager said that her best friend said like, um, it's so funny I can't repeat it, but like, her mom said something about a sexual term about a goalie. It was hilarious, but it was like stuff like that that comes out of nowhere, and like it's a hockey reference, but you get my point. It's more sexual, but like it's not like I didn't want to skip Bible study. It's just a couple days before that they were talking about sex. So in in the Bible study lesson, so it's kind of interesting, but like that also goes into biblical stuff. But you know what I mean. It is a great film nonetheless. And me and her don't normally skip Bible study that much. Things have to come up for us to skip it. And we decided to see this movie. We agreed to see this movie, and this movie was fantastic. So see it today, see it Saturday, see it Sunday, see it when you can. If you love these movies, go check this out. Go see this movie because I highly recommend seeing this. Now, I could have done this last night, this video last night, and had this, but I saw it on the 23rd, so I already seen it, so I can talk about it and all that stuff. I'm not a big movie review. I mean, I'm not a big YouTube movie reviewer, but you know, when these chants come up when they have events like this, I could have saw Tron like the early event too, but like when they have events like this, I go check them out. I at least try the best possible way I know how. I think the next one is going to be Wicked, so I'm going to try to do the Wicked event. Um, but you get my point. So the next movie I'm about to talk to you guys about is if I finish it, Hell of a Summer, and then maybe another slasher, and then Shelby Oaks tomorrow. So look forward for Shelby Oaks, and then Hell of a Summer review maybe after this one. But go check this one out. Regretting you. Go see it. I'm not regretting this, so go see this movie. And this has been October 3rd fan event review of Regretting You. Go see it today because it's out today. Deuces.